Hey guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with a quick fishing report for your weekend outlook. Right now we're excited. We've got some beautiful weather. Finally, the rain has broken and Invest 90 is moving out of our area. So we've got some really clear blue sky conditions and some beautiful forecasts through the weekend. And they look like they should hold out for us. Plus, this coming week, we have a little bit of a high pressure settling in that'll keep any of those tropical low developments kind of out of our area. So while it will be a little bit more moderately breezy this upcoming work week, that high pressure that settles in, that'll create that east wind, should hopefully help us to repel any future development, at least over the course of the work week, while that high pressure is in place, while we have that high east wind. Generally is going to repel any low pressures or tropical developments that might occur through the end of June, at least through the early part of the end of June. So there's positive news, the upside, the silver lining, if you will, to some of the moderately breezy conditions that are forecasted coming up. The upside is it will repel any tropical development. Also, keep in mind, we've got a beautiful weather window here this weekend to capitalize, and we've got open spots. The 39-hour trip that just came in this morning had a spectacular catch. Probably the largest average size of red snapper we've had thus far. Really great red grouper catch, solid mangroves, really awesome fish, huge pelagics, really great notable trip. And we only had 29 people fishing, almost half empty, because so many people got worried about the weather. They hopped off the trip and canceled out, and we were able to take a group of happy anglers out there with tons of room for red snapper season. Generally mid-June during red snapper season, you don't see lighter loads, and this trip was an extremely light load for red snapper season, and they crushed them. This weekend, again, we've got another light load going out there. Definitely some open spots opening up as people canceled off, worried about the weather, and now this weekend's looking gorgeous. So if you have the opportunity, call up, maybe grab some of those open spots and take advantage of this beautiful weather window and stellar fishing we're seeing. Offshore, we're really focused on those red snapper. We're catching a ton of them, some really good average size. We're seeing a really solid red grouper bite staying consistent for us. Remember, red grouper are open until the end of June, so we're trying to capitalize on as many red grouper as we can before that season concludes. Also on top of that, we've got big mangrove snapper coming in. They are staying steady for us. We're seeing some solid porgies, vermilions, some big vermilions overall. A really good yellowtail snapper catch as well. The yellowtails have been kind of hit and miss. We'll have one trip where we really get into some big ones with 4 or 5 pound yellowtails being pretty consistent. Then we'll get into other trips where the yellowtails are maybe a little bit more spotty, but definitely seeing a pretty consistent overall yellowtail action. On top of that, big vermilions and porgies, a few almacos, a lot of pelagic action. We've got a big cobia recently. We've got 2 or 3 sailfish recently. We had a big wahoo up to the side of the boat on this recent trip. So a lot of pelagic action out there, some mahi-mahi, some chicken dolphins. Near shore, we're seeing a handful of lanes. You got a chance for a red grouper, maybe even a mangrove snapper, and then also plenty of heads and tails mixed in there too. A lot of bait near shore still. You might see a kingfish or a mackerel. We did see one last week, you never know, but they are few and far between. That water temperature is still super high, but that water temperature should be coming down a little bit now that we're getting into that rainy time. We've had a lot of cloud cover, a lot of freshwater influx to our estuaries from that rain. Definitely brings those water temperatures down pretty substantially generally. On top of that, inshore right now, we're seeing a lot of snook around, especially in our passes overnight. Early mornings and overnight is a great time to target them. These hot water temperatures, they're more active at night when it's a little cooler. We're seeing a lot of trout around those dock lights, bridge lights, redfish action potentially around some of these docks, but definitely the islands of John's Pass, Bogosiega Bay, really anywhere you find a mangrove shoreline, you can maybe get into some of those redfish. Look for the mullet. They're following the mullet. They're really keyed in on those schools, and definitely a great way to find them during the day. On top of that, lots of tarpon around, a lot of sharks too, so shark fishing is going really well for us around the area. Great time to get out there inshore, near shore, or offshore. Don't forget about our Sunday night live stream show every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Also keep in mind as well, we've got our Real Animals radio show every Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. We've got our Friday morning Fox 13 news segment every Friday morning at 8:15 a.m. Hopefully we'll see you out on the water soon, and come take advantage of those red snapper. They're open until end of day, August 27th. We've got plenty of red grouper to catch until end of June. We've got triggerfish open all year except June and July. We've got amberjack May, September, and October. Gag grouper should open September 1st and be open for about a week or two. We'll find out for sure that season here very soon. Probably at our Gulf Council meeting that we're gonna be traveling to over in Houston at the end of this month. We'll probably find out that gag grouper season then. So stay tuned to our live stream shows, and don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. And don't forget to vote. We won best in the county, we won best in the state, we won best in the country. Now Tampa Bay Times has nominated us for best local fishing charter, best local tourist attraction, and best local gift shop. We need your help to vote. The link is in our email newsletter. It's on our social media. It's tampabaytimes.com/vote. Get out there and vote every day till the end of June to help us to win again yet another category. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for being a part of our Hubbard's Marina family. We'll see you out here on the water.